I've had a lot of gimmicks in my 7 years as a backyard wrestler. I was a deranged lunatic. I was a goth who played mind games. I was a gangster, kind of. I was a skater for like a week. But one gimmick stood out above them all, and it was the one that was easily my most over. In January of 2003, I had just dropped the world title to Kid Crush, and I decided it was time to step out of the spotlight and let Kid Crush take the ball and run with it. So to further solidify this self-imposed demotion, I decided to switch up my gimmick. And I just started wrestling in a more casual, jean shorts, plaid shirt around the waist look. Nappy had returned at this point, and as soon as he saw me, he was just like, "Nice Raven outfit." Immediately, everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, you do look like Raven." I totally wasn't trying to, so I was just like, "What? No, I don't look like Raven." And boom, just like that, I had a gimmick with some legs to it. Every time I would come out, people would start chanting Raven at me, to which I would scream, "I don't look like Raven." And as the weeks went on, I deliberately started doing more and more Raven things, which just made people chant Raven at me even more.
He just copied everything Raven does.
You're right, he looks more like old school village hippies. Nah, he looks like Raven.
Raven!
I don't look anything like Raven. Why do people keep saying I look like Raven? Do I look like Raven to you?
Raven!
Seriously, don't ever look like Raven. It'll only cause you pain.
This gimmick got over as much as it did for one simple reason: audience participation. Without people chanting Raven at me, it wouldn't have worked. That interaction is what put this gimmick over the top.
No, this is how you know it's gonna be hell hardcore.
Perfect, baby.
I would use this gimmick until the end of PWL. When CCW started up, I reinvented myself again. But I would briefly bring this gimmick back in 2004. After I returned from my neck injury and resumed my feud with Kid Crush, I would use this Raven gimmick as almost like my version of Cactus Jack. It was my, "oh, you done fucked up now" gimmick. But the fan interaction was gone by this point, as were most of the Raven mannerisms. The clothes were the same, but it was much more serious this time around.
What's the Raven crazy? Oh, a bully kick to the gut!
After Kid Crush and I finished our feud, I reverted back to my previous gimmick, and this "I don't look like Raven, yes you do" gimmick would get mothballed for the rest of my backyard wrestling run. No matter how over something may be, it has a lifespan. You need to constantly evolve and reinvent yourself in order to stay relevant. Sometimes you catch lightning in a bottle. Sometimes you stumble onto success completely by accident. I was able to see something catching on and run with it. And for a lot of people, this is their mental image of Craven.
I don't look like Raven!
Yes, you do, son. Calm down.